and welcome to oGV Space on Isaac and Azerbaijan Hub. And today we will talk about customer management or basically sales. So your face again is Naya Badrhanova, MCVP oGV for the term 1820. And let's start. So what is sales? Actually, it can come strange to you that I'm considering oGV as sales department. But we are not B2B or IGV to make sales, but here you are wrong. So selling, what is selling is? It is a process of persuasion to get a person to take the desired action. So isn't it something similar to you? Exactly, selling GV to a person, it's making sales. So whenever you're trying to persuade your customer, your EP to go to GV, you are making sales. So in Isaac and specifically GV, persuading a young person to go on global volunteer and to be an exchange participant is sales. So it's very simple, and you can see here so that our product needs to find the right person. What we need to remember when making sales. So firstly, sell what customers want. It's about identifying the right market and their core need, shaping the product messaging according to the need. As you know, we're having different buyer persona, and depending on their needs, we are selling and promoting our product in the way it's needed. For example, we are not promoting global volunteer to a person who has graduated, who has some work experience, some background, because it's not what he wants. Selling where customer wants. So we need to identify the right channels for sales. Right now, we're having our online promotion in Instagram and Facebook, in LinkedIn, and etc. And based on the statistics that we are getting, we understand what is more attractive to our customers and from where we are taking the most prosperous and the most productive EPs. So, sell how customers want. It's again about identifying the right sales strategies to attract people and based on the particular demographic of customers, because we need to take into consideration the country, the reality of the country where we are in order to have successful sales. So to understand sales in oGV, we need to know why oGV. So basically value proposition. Value proposition is a promise of value to be delivered and a belief from a customer that the value will be experiences. So it's a business statement and which states that customers should take global volunteer and good value proposition will differentiate your product from others. We were talking about value proposition in value proposition presentation, so please go there and check it. But how we can ensure that our value proposition helps to attract the right people? We need to utilize it in our attraction messaging, in our marketing campaigns, posters, sales proposals, sales pitches, in our first calls and everywhere. And if we don't apply it successfully, it will never find its focus and we will never focus on our value proposition. That's why knowing value proposition is so important before making some sales or some promotion, because it is the first and the main touch point of us as customers. What else we need to know about GV when we are making sales? We need to know firstly about some values and some additions that we need to talk about with our customers. First, there is some checklist, and here you can see the main points. Understanding the social issue being addressed by the NGO. So we need to know what the social issue we're tackling on and to which NGO we're working on. GV product definition, value proposition, brand alignment. For this, again, I'm advising you to check Blue Book and value proposition of Global Volunteer. We need to know product minimum, and also I advise you to know project minimums, because when you are making sales, you need to be fully aware of what is happening in the product and project. You need to be aware about targeted sustainable development goals, about profiles, job descriptions, and competencies, because you can sell a project, for example, in Czech Republic to the person who has pre-intermediate level of English. And there are a lot of examples. As a person who has been working in oGV for 3 years, I can tell that there are a lot of examples about understanding sales process. So, some steps to sell IGV, or some steps basically to sell some IGV project. So, do through market research. Because without it, you will not be able to identify who is the most prospective customers. You will not be able to know who is your target and which universities, for example, is the most um, successful for you. For each LC, they are having their own buyer persona for each university. That's why it's so important to check the data. Ensuring that the value proposition of GV and G is separated, because right now we will run two products on local levels and you need to be fully sure that you are able to differentiate them. Because Global Volunteer is very attractive for use and a lot of things are depending on attraction strategies. Second, lead nurturing and platform utilization. When we are attracting our stranger and making him a lead, it's only half of the job done. So here we already have to start our investing. By investing, I mean education and training the EP managers how to support and how to manage your customers, how to use platform, how to know everything about your product, starting from value proposition and finishing with some objectives of the IGV projects. And additionally, the EP managers, they need to be aware about partner countries in order to promote them in the right way. Also, there is one important thing to be aligned with the marketing strategies, because when you are not aligned with your marketing, let's imagine that marketing is promoting some Romanian projects and at the same time sign-ups that are coming and EP managers are giving information about Tunisia. It's not right. Reversing IR. So promoting opportunities which are aligned with our IR partnership, creating together IR framework and co-delivery plan, and constantly tracking EP applying and relevant opportunities. Firstly, I also advise you to check IR management presentation. And here, when we are talking about reversing IR, you need to take into consideration national IR strategies and local IR strategies. When you are promoting something, also take into consideration timeline, because maybe some of the timeline are not suitable for some of the types of customers. So there are a lot of small details which you will take into consideration when you are training your EP managers. So, what not to confuse? Don't confuse GV and GE value propositions. Don't sell the product alone. You need to sell the right message and right opportunities. It actually covers a lot of the topics like TNF, accommodation, and country objectives, and etc. Undermine the EP manager training. It's a service we provide to our customer. Sometimes we're underestimating the EP manager's speech, but actually it's 90% of our success. Selling IR partners. Actually, who are our national IR partners? All these countries and countries are from Europe: Romania, Turkey, Ukraine, Poland, Hungary, Italy, Czech Republic, Slovakia, and Serbia. But why exactly these countries? So, firstly, focus. Whenever you are making some attraction or some sales, we are focusing specifically on these countries. So it would be easier for us not to focus on 126 countries, but for these 9. Speed. We are having faster process time with our partners because it's one of the points that is discussed together in order to make our operations more smooth. Reliability. As we're having some historical data and we're making partnership based on some previous information, we can tell people and inform them and ensure that their opportunities and their experiences will be successful ones. Knowledge from previous experiences is also about relying on someone. Priorities of our EPs. Yes, we're not choosing our countries partner counters based only on historical data, but also based on the choices of our customers. As we can see that these counters are more attractive to our use. Also, last but not least, aligned processes. We're having aligned processes and aligned timelines with these people, with these partners. So whenever you want to send them someone, they are ready because they have ready opportunities. So, some tips how to make successful sales. So, know your market. As I told, your universities are so different, your customers are so different, your buyer personas are so different. I advise you to sit together with your marketing and to analyze your market in order to know whom to focus on in the next term. Know your product. So, as I told, you need to be aware about value proposition, about oGV, about your partners, about all the points of the product in order to seem professional in the eyes of the customer. Know your timeline. So, when you're in your approval peak, you need to check beforehand your applications and your acceptance. You need to be aware when you are starting your realization, when you are starting your preparation period, and etc. and etc. Knowing your partner. So you need to be aware about your IR, you need to be aware about your national strategies and your co-delivery plans. And knowing your process, it's basically about standard operational procedures that you are running throughout the years and that you are applying to your network. Actually, that's it about sales. I hope you took some informative stuff from this presentation. I wish you good luck and thank you.